Are you ready to transform your summer into an epic splash-tastic adventure? Say goodbye to wasteful, single-use water balloons and hello to the ultimate in reusable, eco-friendly fun with reusable water balloons. Check out the link in the video description to get yours on Amazon today.
The Real Housewives of New York City alumni Bethenny Frankel and Zarin reunited in the Hamptons over the weekend with their daughters. On Sunday, Frankel, 53, shared a series of photos of herself enjoying a night out with her daughter Bryn Hoppy, 14, as well as her former co-star and her daughter. Frankel and her teenage daughter posed with Zarin, 60, and her daughter Ale Shapiro, 31, as they all coordinated in black and white outfits. Cheers to the next generation. Frankel captioned her Instagram post alongside the hashtags #motherdaughter, #daughterlove, #mommyam, #Hamptons, #weekend, #girlsrule and #Roni. Zarin also shared the same snaps from their reunion alongside the caption, "Beautiful weekend in the Hamptons. So happy." The Bravo vets, who were previously estranged for over a decade after falling out in season 3, also filmed a fun clip with the caption, POV, Zarin begging me to do another reality show. Frankel's post comes just days after she was slammed for saying the Hamptons are not only for rich people but also minorities in a chatty TikTok video. The video showed the duo sitting in a hanging chair and Zarin playing around with Frankel as she laughed hysterically. For their evening with a dinner and a sunset, Frankel wore a low-cut maxi dress with sheer black lace and thin shoulder straps. She accessorized with gold jewelry, a cream Chanel bag and taupe, leather sandals. Her daughter Bryn wore a long, black dress with a white, strapless detail across the top and a light-washed denim jacket. She sported white sandals with braided straps and a Louis Vuitton box bag with a cream monogram design. Zarin opted for a plunging, white linen maxi dress with cutouts at the side while her daughter Ali wore a cream-colored mini dress with a scalloped hemline. In her carousel post, Frankel shared various photos of the foursome posing together as well as snaps of just her and her former castmate. Frankel also snapped a selfie of her and her daughter Bryn, flashing their identical smiles, sitting at the dinner table on the patio. The mother-daughter duo also cuddled up next to each other, leaning close for a sweet snap as they showed off their outfits. In another snap, Frankel was seen holding up a wine glass to the camera and looking back to her daughter, who grinned brightly at her. The Roni alumni previously starred on the Bravo franchise in the first 3 seasons together before Zarin departed in 2008 after their falling out in season 3. The Just Be With Bethenny Frankel podcast host, who starred in 8 of the 14 seasons since its 2008 premiere, and Zarin were close friends on the show until their disputes. On The Real Housewives of New York City, the duo were seen having a falling out over Frankel's Skinny Girl brand and Zarin's late husband Bobby Zarin's health. A couple years after their falling out, the pair ran into each other on a flight from New York to Florida in June 2022. At the time, Zarin joked about their unexpected reunion on Twitter. "There were no dead bodies when we got off and that was a good thing. No turbulence." Showing signs of reconciliation on the horizon, she added, "I was excited too. I was excited to catch up, so that was a good thing." Almost exactly a year ago, Frankel released a podcast episode with Zarin, shocking her loyal listeners who did not expect to be tuning into her reunion with her old friend turned nemesis. At the time, Frankel emphasized that it was their first, real reunion in 13 years even though the estranged friends had ran into each other on a plane the previous year. Within seconds, it was clear the two former pals had resurrected their friendship after seemingly leaving it for dead for more than a decade. On the episode, however, they also got into their years-long feuds, and Zarin did her best to explain how Frankel's conduct at the funeral of her late husband led her to swear off their friendship for good. She explained that she eventually warmed up to the idea of a reunion, which led to their podcast taping and reconciliation.